For the past 18 years, biotech crops have helped farmers increase their yield and income, provided safe farming practices, thus giving peace of mind to about 18 million farmers planting biotech crops worldwide. As biotech crops continue to bring success to farmers and food security, biotech critics also persist on voicing out their claims and influence public acceptance of the technology. What are the views of biotech stakeholders about these negative claims?
Biotech crops are safe, if not safer, than conventional crops because they have been tested over a long period of time. The regulatory agencies that have approved these products have actually approved them because they have done thorough assessment of the safety.
I think people should be open to really any technology. It's really fascinating to look at how some technical innovations like mobile phones, for example, have been taken up really before there was a scientific understanding of risk about them because their benefits have been so obvious to the people who use them. And the evidence is now very clear that the process of using GM is safe and that it can have very clear benefits, not just to the environment, but to farmers in developing countries, which is really, I think, where the main concerns are.
They say, we are interfering with the food sovereignty of the country, and they have no evidence. They say it causes cancer, they have no evidence. There is no evidence where anybody in a hospital has died because of eating GM.
The difficulty with biotechnology is the same as with any other controversial scientific subject. It's very difficult to know which of the competing voices are the ones that can be trusted.
How should biotech stakeholders address criticisms and claims against GM crops?
Well, the people who are unsure about biotechnology need a lot of education. We are going into the regions and educating all stakeholders, the students, the farmers, the scientists, social scientists and economists and so on. We are even educating the politicians.
Make the message much more relevant to their situation. Otherwise, if it's not relevant to their situation, then they kind of switch off. When you talk to the farmers, tell them how the technology is going to make them have better yields and reduce their costs. That is why people look at the benefits.
We have a number of antibiotic activists in the country, and these are against the technology, of course, but we've always tried to engage them in factual debates. We welcome them to our forums, which are called Open Forum on Agricultural Biotechnology, and discuss with them the benefits of modern biotechnology.
The gap between educated and uneducated people are very wide in Indonesia. So we have to pack and repack the information that we have into something that's understandable to the lay personnel, to the public, and also in the same time will also understandable to educated people.
You need to ensure that communication about the products is also coming from government, that is an authority for the people, because when people hear their government supporting an activity or a project or a product, then there is that acceptance is increased.
We can outreach the policymakers. So then regulatory of the biotechnology application will be smooth, will be easy, and so on. So number of kind of activities we have to do, we have to engage, because otherwise then the space will be filled by the misleading or deceitful information regarding the product of biotechnology.
For starters, the media are very important in Uganda. They are opinion shapers among the public. So what they report and what their agenda is greatly influences how people believe, and it influences what things people think are important. So it's important for the media to come and work with us as scientists so that we can create that agenda for biotechnology.
The best thing to do is for scientists to go on the front foot and talk to journalists voluntarily, not wait until there is a breaking story which appears to paint GM in a bad light, or to wait until someone who is ideologically opposed to GM to start a story and then always come in catching up at the end.
All technologies have critics. Vaccines, cars, and even mobile phones have been questioned from their introduction even up to now, when these technologies are widely used all over the world. The important thing is that messages on modern technologies that reach the public are clear and based on facts.
GMOs have been in consumption in the US for more than 20 years, and yet we don't have any scientific evidence to associate GMO products with any of the diseases that are being quoted all over the place, like cancer. So our best bet is the case study of people that have been using biotechnology for a long time, and if there have not been any health risks associated with the use of these GMO products, then we would say it is safe.
The message that I have for people who are against the technology is that let them bring factual information on the table, and that their contribution is very important. It alerts scientists, it alerts everybody to look at specific issues that they bring. If there are real concerns, then we've got a duty to play. But otherwise, if this information they are bringing on the table is not factual, then it's not worth bringing on the table.